Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets, presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice, know the guys. Me, really Row, Villain Row, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. All right, it was a good day. It was a profitable day for the first day of the NCAA tournament. Officially go 3-2 in plays. I gave out a parlay on the interwebs, and unfortunately that's relying on UC San Diego money line, and they are down about, was that 15 points here? Oh no, that's 12. They hit a three. They just hit a big three. So they're down 12 points here. Officially giving up on that, but good day. Good day. Gonzaga laying 6.5 was the first play that I had in the tournament. And I just, honestly, I wish I just took everything I put on all the other plays and just put it all on Gonzaga, because, man, that was the play. Georgia outgunned in that game. High Point narrowly misses the cover. Could have had the money line win. They cut it to 3 at one point, then just kind of blew the game up from there. That is a loser. Houston laying 17.5 in the first half. That is a winner. Yale plus 7.5 is a loser. Kind of disappointed there, but it's tough to recreate that magic twice. UCLA laying 5.5 was never in doubt. Drake plus 6.5 covered the entire game. Got the money line win. Never in doubt. And then I do have a pending play on you still for the early session. I gave out Baylor. I'm sorry. I gave out Baylor money line for the early game on Friday. I have 3 more plays. Yep, 3 more plays. Oh wow, over here showing my cards already. Wow, well, got a little treat there. Gave you the early peek. But yep, got 3 more plays here for you on this episode of Fast Break Bets. And let's just go ahead and start because you've already seen them all. So let me talk about them here. First play up, chronological order. It will be Grand Canyon going up against Maryland. Maryland's laying 10.5. Like, I am fading Maryland here. I was fading Maryland before all the turmoil that they had going on online today about the coach and the AD not feeling secure in their jobs and figuring this out. I think the coach basically said the AD's going to SMU or something like that. Like, oh man, nonetheless, Maryland hasn't been very good in the tournament. Maryland is not a deep team at all. They have nicknamed their starting five the Crab Five, which actually isn't bad of a nickname. Pretty decent nickname. They're a pretty cool story to root for, but I always told myself I was going to fade them in the tournament because I think that you need depth when you get down to these parts of the postseason. And anything could happen. Injury, foul trouble, all of that, like a bad game. There's no depth on this Maryland team. And so uh you have Scott Drew's brother, already betting Scott Drew. So now we're betting Bryce Drew here. Been to the tournament before. I think they'll scheme up some things. They have uh the 4 scorers that are scoring in double digits this season. I think this is a good opportunity here for Grand Canyon, where I just think they're gonna. This is one of the dogs where I'm like, all right, this is ugly. Nobody's really talking about Maryland and how Maryland could absolutely blow a game in this tournament. And so I'm gonna take the points with Grand Canyon plus 10.5. This is just one of my gut dog plays where I'm saying, all right, I told myself I'm fading this Maryland team. I'm fading them to get to the Sweet 16. I'm going to just go ahead and fade them in the first round here. I think that even if they do win, it's going to be a close game. But this is one of the ones where I'm saying, hey, we're on dog watch here. So give me the Grand Canyon to get 10.5. Sprinkle on the money line there. I think that we could potentially get a win here for a 13 seed in the 13-4 matchup. All right. Before we get to the other couple of plays that I have to give out to you, I do need to take a second here and talk to you about Microsoft, because Microsoft empowers visionaries with AI solutions, simplified cloud and data management, and trustworthy responsible AI. Microsoft Challenger mindset, emphasizing the importance of pushing boundaries, striving for excellence, and turning challenges into opportunities. Microsoft is helping decision makers, sparking new ideas, and driving impactful change. Microsoft provides the tools and expertise needed to tackle the biggest challenges with confidence. Whatever challenges you are facing, Microsoft empowers you with the expertise to say, bring it on. Visit Microsoft.com/challengers to learn more. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and get through the rest of my card here on Friday. Next play up, going to a 14-3 matchup, calling for another upset here. Give me Troy catching double digits, 11.5 against Kentucky here. I've been waiting to fade the Kentucky Wildcats. And this may be slightly premature, but at the very least, I think Troy can hang around in this game because Troy is not the best three-point shooting team. But what Troy is going to do is Troy is going to have a very, very balanced offensive attack, and they're going to try to get to you on the inside. And where does Kentucky struggle stopping people scoring on the inside? They struggle stopping you in transition. What does Troy do very well? They force you to turn the ball over. They get out in transition and get easy buckets like that. All of these things are ways that are just telling me a Kentucky defense that is very, very, very questionable at times hasn't been known to get really, really good stops or any timely stops. I think it's an opportunity that Troy can actually keep this game close here. So I do like Troy. They have a guard in Tate Conaway that I think can protect the basketball, hold on to the basketball, limit turnovers, give them as many good opportunities they can. Plus, he's a really good driver and getting in between the lanes and getting into the rack and also pulling up and hitting a floater over the bigs as well. So I think that's going to be big here because Troy's going to be outsized in this game. Like that's going to be going to happen. But just like we saw with McNeese State, McNeese was outsized against Clemson and it didn't matter. They were able to play good defense. They switched between man and zone and they were able to go out there and get a money line win. I think Troy can do something very, very similar here. So I'm going to take Troy. I'm going to take them plus the points here. I'm going to fade Kentucky, who's also battling with some injury issues as well. And this isn't a good time to be going through injury issues in the first round of the tournament, especially against a Troy team that I think is going to be really, really, really feisty. So, all right, I'm backing Troy here plus the points. Play number 2. Play number 3. It's my guy Shaka Smart. And I may regret this, but Shaka Smart and Marquette are going up against New Mexico. Shaka's laying 3.5. I'm going to lay 3.5 with Shaka Smart, even though I know he doesn't have that good history in the tournament. But it's that not having that good history in the tournament that gives me a little bit more confidence that he's going to lock down and take a New Mexico team really, really serious here. A New Mexico team that was very questionable up and down over the course of the season if you wanted to bet on them, especially when they're away from home. But you have Shaka who knows his tournament history. I think with the roster that he has with this Marquette group, he's going to understand, hey, we need to really, really lock down, get serious. He has Cam Jones, who's going to be an absolute bucket in this game and in the tournament if they go any further than this game. And then you have the Mountain West, who just aren't good in the tournament. Mountain West seeds that are seeded 8 or lower are hitting at 16% straight up in the tournament. So they're not doing that well overall. The Mountain West kind of gets jobbed with seeding, and then they have to go up against some powerhouse, and they never really, really are in the game. And it was like UCLA. Like UCLA wasn't, the blue blood UCLA that we know them to be in basketball, but they really, really dominated that Utah State team. I think it could be something very, very similar here with Marquette. So just like I did with UCLA, where I kind of didn't feel good about the play, but it ended up cashing. Honestly, one of the more no sweat plays that I had over the course of the day. I'm going to do the same thing with Marquette here. Give me Marquette. I'm laying 3.5. I think they're going to get it done. Shout out to my guy, Shaka Smart. All right. I may get there on Illinois on later in the day. I may get there on Akron. Well, I'm actually kind of already there on Akron. I have a money line play on Akron, but I'm probably going to end up playing the 14.5 as well. Just didn't add it to the official card here. Make sure you check over there at the Betting Pros app, and I may add an extra play there. But those are the plays that I'm going to give out right now. Remember, we have Baylor in the early slate that I already gave you. We got Grand Canyon plus 10.5, Troy plus 11.5, Marquette laying 3.5. I want to add some more dogs. I feel like yes, we had some dogs hit today, but there's probably going to be more on Friday. So I really do want to add more dogs to the card, and I think I might end up doing that. All right. I'm at really real underscore. Make sure you give me a follow on X. Make sure you give us a follow at Betting Pros on X and TikTok, at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram, and youtube.com/Betting Pros, where you can subscribe to Betting Pros, drop a comment on any fast break bets video, and have a chance to win this cool, whoa, my bad, this cool Dominique Wilkins signed jersey. So make sure you do that. All right. That's it. With that, I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end like this. We are out of here.